Welcome to Sight Running Berkshire, where we're going to show you the best trails to run all around Berkshire. And we're going to start with this one. This trail is about 21 kilometers, going from Maidenhead to Marlow via Bourne End and back. It starts here. The best things to see in Berkshire are its nature. Beautiful flowers, beautiful fields, kites flying over fallow fields looking for something to eat, and deserted lanes that you can run through without seeing a soul. This particular trail has a couple of alternative routes, like this one, where you can take a left to go straight down to Marlow. But we're going to Cookham Dean to be specific, to show you something really unique. Cookham Dean Church was built in the style of the 1400s in the 1840s to stop the ignorance and immorality in the area. It has two lynch gates on the north and on the east side, with farm animals on top to honor the people who funded this church, the Coppas brothers. Just past the church, we're going to take a left across the commons and to a very well hidden footpath at the end of the commons, which leads to the Widowmaker's Cousin, one of the steepest footpaths in this area. It is right here. When you come down the hill, you make a left and look very closely not to miss your turn on the right to the next footpath. You could go straight and follow Job's Lane all the way to Winter Hill, which is also a very beautiful path, but today we're going left and then make another right. Behind that big tree there's another footpath hidden which you cannot really see from here, so you have to get around to the other side and look again very closely to find that hidden footpath right there. Quarry Woods is as beautiful as its paths are confusing, and you can see I took a little detour in this area, so follow the path straight, use the footpath app to lead you right down the way. Although, this little detour did show me something really nice and unique. Look right there. See those mushrooms? There's a whole bunch of them. All lovely little toadstools, as poisonous as they are pretty. Coming out the other side, you cross the very busy Marlow Road, and you're going to be looking for a very steep climb down, at the bottom of which you have to follow the road for a bit, and watch out for some critters. The road into Marlow has a one-way bridge, a historical, beautiful one-way bridge, which makes this town twinned with Budapest, that has the only other suspension bridge of its kind, built by the famous William Turney Clark in 1832. Marlow really deserves another look, so do take your time and walk around. But when you get to here, turn right back towards the church and follow the footpath towards Bourne End. The footpath continues right behind the two brewers, but we're going to take a really short yoga break out on this bridge. Or actually it's a little jetty into the River Thames. Just take a moment to relax and enjoy it. Whatever you do, don't harm the fish. The other great advantage of running around the Thames is the multiple spots where you can take a dip or watch waterfowl. Over there is another one of my favorite footpaths, which I'll show you in another video. But now, let's look at those ladies taking a dip. Don't worry, my lovely, I wouldn't dream of eating you. Some turns. Isn't it interesting, though, how the water around swans always seems to sparkle just that little bit more. And right across the river, there's our favorite watering hole, the Bounty, which seems to be full even today. Now in just a few minutes, we're going to be crossing that railroad bridge to the other side of the Thames. But not before looking at that swan diving. Another favorite spot to take a dip, or have a picnic, hang out, just enjoy the sunshine. And then, everyone knows I love dragonflies. Cookham Reach Sailing Club means you're almost in Cookham. Now you could take a little shortcut here, cross the meadow and avoid the village of Cookham, but you really shouldn't. Just come along with us here. Cookham is absolutely steeped in history. This right here is the Audney Club, one of 4 private members' clubs and hotels for the John Lewis Partnership. From prehistoric burial mounds, to Roman roads, to famous artists like Stanley Spencer, and being the likely site, of The Wind in the Willows, Cookham just has it all. When you get close to the Crown pub, you could make a left and follow the Thames path, but here we're going to follow the Greenway instead. So when you see the Crown, follow this little path here. Cookham Moor is part of the National Trust, and back there is where you find those burial mounds I just mentioned. Just before you get to the White Oak pub, take a left through some very private looking gates and find the Greenway right there. On the Greenway, you will run from gate to gate. You'll be crossing fields and meadows and paddocks. Don't let them stop you. Those signs are everywhere. Just stay on the path and don't disturb anyone, and you'll be a welcome guest. After leaving the paddock, you could turn left along the Strand water for another beautiful diversion, or take a right, like we are now, to follow the Greenway back all the way to Maidenhead. And this is home.